So we have more part to this story. That's right, Super Dragon Ball Heroes has came out with a new manga chapter, and today we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it and see what's different from the current anime adaptation. So if you're brand new, I encourage you to listen to this whole video. Make sure to watch to the very end, leaving a like, and of course subscribing if you're brand new to this channel, because I cover all manga chapters. There is a playlist with all the manga chapters covered on this channel. There's also a playlist with all the episodes covered on this channel. So in the last chapter, we did see Vegeta come onto the battlefield, and he completely dominated from the time he came onto the battlefield. Demigra couldn't do anything. He powered up and he's still getting whooped. As you can tell by this cover photo, the fight ensues. But what I find interesting is the fact that it is finishing up the other fights that's going on around the world. Like the fight between Capsule Corp Gohan and the Dark Demon Realm Warriors. This fight was left off, I think, about 4 chapters ago. I believe Gohan is in Super Saiyan 2 here. In the previous chapter that covered this particular fight, Gohan was screaming to both Piccolos, can he get a little help here, because he's kinda unpredictable. As he moves around the field and gets closer and closer to Gohan, Gohan can't even hit him. And once again, he looks back at the Piccolos and he asks them, what are they doing? Why they're not helping? But like in the previous chapter that covered this, Piccolo was also, and when I say Piccolo, I'm talking about the Piccolo in black, the Namekian warrior in black, was already coming up with a plan. He says, always expect the unexpected. So Gohan thought about when he was actually fighting against the Namekian warrior in black. He must have performed a Kamehameha that he was able to control at least the direction of. So thinking of that, he does it again. He spawns a key ball and he shoots it towards his opponent. I believe his name is Sharoon, but he dodges it, but that's when Gohan redirects it and it is able to hit him. And as he looks at Gohan, Gohan has already fired a Kamehameha towards him, seemingly getting him out of there. That's when the other warriors begin to go ahead and jump in, but they get hit by a double special beam cannon. The Bora, who looks on at this, is seemingly ignored by everything that's going on. Gohan's opponent is beaten. The warrior that tried to jump in and help Sharoon was beaten by the Piccolos. Everything seemed good for the time being. Going back to the main battle at large, Demigra here, he is beaten up, but of course he's still in the game, and Vegeta is just sitting there pretty much levitating over him with his arms folded. Remember in the last chapter, Vegeta was beating him up without even using his hands. In the next panels, we can see Vegeta, he is actually thinking of something, and I believe he knows that his earring or his fusion is about to run out. So even though I haven't got the translations because this came out today, I'm pretty sure he's saying that he needs to go ahead and end this quick before his time runs out. So in the next panels, we see Vegeta, he's going on the offensive here and he's attacking Demigra, who is on defensive. He's blocking, he's trying his hardest not to get a connected shot. But it's just impossible. Right now, Demigra do not have enough power to ward off Vegeta, behind him and sending him flying towards a nearby building. And after doing that, Vegeta uses his spirit sword to actually go straight towards Demigra. He's trying to kill him right now. As it zooms in, it shows that Demigra was able to block that incoming attack. Vegeta, seeing this, begins to smile as he charges back at him again. And I really like what Vegeta is actually doing here, because instead of going straight towards him for an attack, what he does is he fakes like he's going towards him, shoots down to the ground right by him and kicks him directly in the air, pulling out his spirit sword again and begins to do multiple slashes. Now you can already tell, you can already pretty much say in your head that the manga compared to what we've seen in the promotional anime is way better than what we've seen in the anime. Besides the one punch in the promotional anime episode 48 at the end, and then him pretty much throwing him down to the ground and then defusing after doing a final Kamehameha, that's nothing compared to what I see in this promotional manga. Now, as Demigra is actually blocking these slashes, that's when Vegeta comes back up again, and he pretty much breaks his guard, just like in any Dragon Ball video game. He is able to pretty much connect a spirit sword slash to the side of Demigra's neck. But what's crazy is he heals it. That's right, he heals the side of his neck and face, and he heals the wounds that was on his hand from the sword slashes. Then Vegeta is puzzled by what he just seen. They begin to have a few more words here, and we see Vegeta gets ready to pretty much charge up another spirit sword, but it looks like he's putting more energy in it than usual as he begins to do so many slashes that the eye can't even see how many. And you can see that it's working because it is starting to break the skin and shell of Demigra's arms here. The Fusion Warrior sees this, and he takes the opportunity to go for one last blow with everything he has left, and before it reaches his hand, it disappears. Demigra puts his arms down. He's trying to catch his breath. He realized that he has won. And the reason why is because the Fusion Warrior Vegeta is defusing. That's right, Kakarot and Vegeta has defused, and now everything seems as if it's over. But instead of knocking Vegeta out like he did in the promotional anime, Vegeta is still in the game here. He begins to say words over to Demigra. And Demigra is not playing any games here. He begins to power up again. This is where we see the final transformation, exactly what we've seen in episode 49. Talk about bad timing for our heroes. He begins to charge up his final attack like we've seen in the promotional anime here. In response, we see both our warriors go for a Kamehameha and a Gallic gun, but they're not in base. Goku is in Ultra Instinct Omen, and Vegeta is in his Super Saiyan Blue Berserker transformation, or should I say evil controlled transformation. And as Demigra is smiling on at this is when we see all three of them fire off their blast. And the chapter ends with both blasts colliding. But of course, we can see that Demigra's blast has a little bit more weight to it. He has a little bit more strength to it. So let me know what you think in the comment section below about the entire chapter. In the next month, when we get the new chapter, what do you think is going to happen? Are we going to see future Gohan show up? Are we going to see Bardock show up? What's going to happen? Because you know the manga is always different compared to the promotional anime. Are we going to see the Lady Supreme Kai Time actually show up or help like she did in the promotional anime? Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I know you enjoyed it if you stayed all the way to the end. And I'll see you guys in the next video.